What's up guys, how you all doing? And in this video I'm going to be bringing you my unboxing and first look, first impressions, all that kind of jazz of this bad boy. This is the brand new Galaxy S7 Edge from Samsung. So this is their new flagship phone. Obviously we had the S6, the F5, etc, etc, and to be honest, last year's model, the S6, was a little bit of a letdown because the battery was too small, it had no expandable storage, they no longer made it waterproof, and there's a few other things as well, although it was still one of the best phones of the year. Now this year, with the S7 and the S7 Edge, I've opted for the S7 Edge for my own personal use. They've brought back a load of those things, so now we've got expandable storage, it's waterproof, etc, etc, and it's also got that big up battery as well, meaning you're going to get much better battery life. Now, something that Samsung are really pushing is this. This is their Gear VR headset, the virtual reality headset from Samsung. And in fact, if you order the phone quick enough, you get this free of charge included with it, which is exactly what happened to me. Now, historically, I've been using the old version of this. This one is the one for the Galaxy S6, Edge and normal S6. And I've been using it for a long time and I've been thoroughly impressed. I've actually really enjoyed it. I still use it to this day, and in fact my son absolutely loves it. So Samsung are putting a real huge amount of work behind the Gear VR stuff, and by far and away they have the best virtual reality experience that I've tried out of all of the different headsets and stuff like that. I've not tried the main Oculus one, so that could potentially be better, but there's loads of content for this. It's increasing all the time, and Samsung, like I say, are putting a lot of finance and also effort behind it as well. Now the experience with the S6 and the way it worked, if you haven't seen it, is you just literally clip the phone out of the front and it uses the screen of the phone as the screen for the goggles, and it worked great. Really enjoyed it. The experience, like I say, is good. There's still a little bit of pixelation even with that beautiful screen, but it's definitely getting there. Now, this year with the S7 Edge and the new Gear VR, is it going to be better? I will let you know in my final review. In terms of the new goggles, they've changed a couple of things. They've changed the padding here. They've also changed the front as well, so you can actually put this on even when the phone is installed into the unit, which I think is quite nice, rather than just seeing the back of the phone. And they've also completely changed the trackpad as well, so that's very different, but for all intensive purposes I think it's exactly the same thing. But like I say, I'll let you know in my full review. Now into the Galaxy S7 Edge unboxing. Don't forget we've got a giveaway going on for one of these at the moment, so check that video out. Now the box itself, I like it because it's got one of these kind of flappy bits here. Now I will tell you, I have opened it, I have used it already, so I'm cheating a little bit, but I wanted to bring in this video because so many people have asked for it. So a few of the specs: 64-bit octa-core, 4G, 4GB of RAM, and also that Quad HD Super AMOLED display. And now with that dual pixel 12 megapixel camera, IP68 water resistant, wireless charging, NOx protected, and all of them I believe are 32GB of storage because you've now got that expandability. So I obviously went for the gold version, so let's take it out and I'll just tell you about my first impressions. Now when I do my full review of this, it will be the full kind of close-ups, macros, super cinematic stuff, but for now I just wanted to kind of give you my first impressions. And my first impression when I pulled this out of the box was wow. Wow. This thing looks spectacular. Now, the one from last year, the S6, looked great. It really did. It was my favourite looking smartphone of the year. And in fact, this new one takes it one step further. And I think personally, let's just unclip this one from the Gear VR. I personally think that the changes they've made, i.e. the curved edges, the fact it's a little bit bigger, and a whole bunch of other stuff, make this look even better. You can see the kind of size difference. This is the S7, this is the S6, and you can see it's definitely bigger than the previous model. Now what they've done is, on the back, they've rounded off all of these edges and it feels sublime in the hand. The display goes even closer to the edge and it almost looks like edge to edge. If I turn that on, there's literally no bezel at all down the sides of the phone. The screen, huge improvement. It looks similar, but the quality of this display has gone up tenfold. Now, also, tenfold is an exaggeration. It's gone up a lot. The camera only now has a tiny little bump on the back. So if I show you that, you can see it's only raised a very, very, very small amount, which is great. It's got that bigger battery, and the quality of the camera is sublime. Now, there's always this constant argument, which phone has the best camera, etc, etc, but really it comes down to personal taste. Last year, I felt the iPhone 6s Plus had the best camera, but since using this, I've definitely got to say this is better than the iPhone 6s Plus for me personally. Other people may disagree. Samsung do tend to kind of oversaturate and do a few other bits and pieces, but for me, this camera is just top of the line. The low light is fantastic, the video quality is fantastic, and the photos just come out incredibly well. And like I say, we've got that beautiful edge to edge display there, and I think it just looks fantastic. Everything about it, to me, it's the best looking phone that I've seen. It feels the nicest in the hand. The only thing is that it is a ridiculous fingerprint magnet here on the back, and you do get loads and loads and loads of fingerprints. And in fact, if you want to see some of the flaws with the Galaxy S7 Edge, then check out Marquez's video and you will be able to see all of those. I'll link that down below. But anyway, for now, that is it, guys. That is my kind of first impressions. I think it looks stunning. Obviously, we've got to see what the software's like, because that tends to be a little bit of a letdown with the Samsung phones. But I've got to say, lag-free performance, 100%. This thing is super, super fast. So I will be back with a full review. Oh, one last thing. They've not asked me to say this or paid me or anything like that, but Anker, who do all of the really nice kind of battery packs and stuff, they're giving away a phone every single day of the week at the moment. So check out their Twitter and Facebook if you fancy winning one of those. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.